I'm Heather Francis Valenti. This is Real TV Films. Standing here with David Longoria at the 20th anniversary for La Italia Film Festival. David, I just heard that you won a Grammy. Is that true?
I just found that out too. It's so exciting. Yes, it is true. I'm very happy about it.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it's about this big. Oh, no. Well, actually, you know, I sing and play the trumpet, of course. And this year we did an album called Brio Brio, which in Spanish means, I don't know what it means. No, actually it means shiny, shiny. So we did a very shiny album, and a lot of people liked it. We were up against some incredible artists like John Legend and Alice Cooper, Run DMC, Slash, and here we were, and we're like, what's the chance? But we won. Who could expect that?
What an amazing feeling. What was going through you as you were sitting there waiting for that moment to hear the announcement to the moment of going on stage? How did you feel?
I had been practicing my look like, oh, John Legend, very good. I'm so happy for you. And I didn't get to use that. So instead, no, it was very, very exciting because, you know, when you do music or whatever it is that you do, just to get that kind of accolades at some point in your career is incredible. And the feeling for it is, it's humbling, but it's also very invigorating.
Absolutely. How long have you been into music? When did you start?
I started last Thursday around 12. No. You know, when I was 9 years old, I discovered instrumental music, and I saw a guy playing the clarinet on TV, and I thought, that's really cool. And my fingers couldn't cover the holes on the clarinet, so I got a trumpet. And the trumpet just seemed real natural for me, and I've been playing it since then, since I was 10. And if you total it up, since I was 10, that's like 7 years now. It's been a while.
I want to know, when did you become a comedian, too?
This morning. This
Okay,
morning.
great.
You know, I was in Toronto for a while. I was a stand-up Canadian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Fabulous. You're a hoot. I like it. Sorry. You know, music in different types of films, whether it's United States or if it's Italy, what makes it special when it's in an Italian film?
Well, Italians are very passionate people, and when you get a culture of people that have so much to deliver on camera, I think that the music kind of accentuates all that, and it brings out all the nuance in the acting, in the story, in the theme, all those things. And whenever I work on a movie and I'm doing things, the first movie I worked on, I was a teenager, and I got to work on the movie The Color Purple with Steven Spielberg and Andre Crouch, Quincy Jones, and I did a lot of things with Quincy Jones and Andre Crouch after that. And but to be able to work with some incredible people like that, and a lot of times the Italian people just kind of stand out because they have so much passion.
Right. I think that's the thing that we totally need to keep our industry going. There's been a lot going on in our industry this year. What would you say to anybody that's, you know, kind of struggling or feeling the struggle?
Well, you know, here in Los Angeles, we felt a lot of struggle with, my birthday was January 7th, and the fire started that night, so I'm hoping it wasn't my birthday candles. No, that's not it. It definitely was not it. So, but no, we've struggled with a lot of things. And this week I'm doing a benefit concert for the victims of the fires, and I feel sort of responsible after that cake. But no, so I'll be at Catalina Jazz Club this week with a whole lot of wonderful artists, Thelma Houston, Evelyn Champagne King, and a whole lot of other wonderful artists. But if you miss that, there'll be other opportunities to support all the people who struggle from these fires. And in Altadena, it was a terrible thing, and also in the Palisades. So anything we can do to try and bring our arts community get together and do some good for some of those victims.
I think that's absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for that. We truly need music to lift us up in these crazy times. Now, you mentioned jazz. Do you specifically play jazz? And also, what is like your favorite thing to play on the trumpet? What's your favorite song?
You know what, it's funny because I started off playing classical music, and I decided to go to music school in New York for classical music. And then while I was on the way there, I met a guy named Dizzy Gillespie, who was a very famous jazz trumpet player. And he says, wow, you have a real gift for this. So he kind of inspired me to do a lot more stuff. And I found when I got really into jazz, I found out I could express myself more than with the discipline of classical music. I still love to play classical music, but that jazz it opens things up. You can put your soul into it, you know, your heart into it. So I've done many records with jazz. I've been blessed to perform with all kinds of people in jazz, from Oscar Peterson, the great piano player, Stan Getz, the saxophone player, of course, Dizzy Gillespie and Buddy Rich, like some wonderful, wonderful musicians. And right now I'm in the process of making another jazz album. I did a jazz album a couple of years ago called Mood, which was like romantic jazz, and I got to work with the great Barbara Morrison and Frida Payne, and with those great artists joining me on the album, it kind of inspired me to do a whole series of these. So I'm on to the next one now.
Okay, please. We really, really need that. I love jazz. I grew up with a jazz family, so I come down for coffee in the morning, it's already playing. So appreciate you. My last question.
No, I'm too young to
You're
get
too
married.
young?
But
Okay,
thank
I
you for
know.
asking.
I was about to get down on a knee. Okay, so what do you think sets Italian storytelling, because we're here at the Italian Film Festival, so what sets Italian storytelling apart from Hollywood cinema?
I think that the Italians definitely have a different discipline about it. If you look back as far as the spaghetti westerns and the way that they approach some of those things, it still could be an American movie, like the American audiences would love it, but it definitely had a different lens on it. So I think that they're not afraid to try things that are more organic for Italian culture. And I think that that's beautiful. Sometimes it translates to American audiences, and sometimes it doesn't. But even if it doesn't, those European audiences eat it up and they love it. And it doesn't matter who your audience is sometimes, as long as you're communicating with them and somebody gets the story and it awakens something in them.
Yeah, that's so true. Okay, one more question. What is your favorite Italian movie of all time?
My favorite Italian movie of all time, oh my gosh, I have to think about this one. Probably The Godfather 2. You know what? Actually, that might be stereotypical, but it also shows a lot of culture, and it shows a lot of, just a whole lot you could learn from the storytelling in that, and the characters, and how they held true to who they were and what their code of conduct was. Even though it was pretty radical, still was a code of conduct. And we have a lot of crime on the streets, and they don't have such a code of conduct. So I don't know that this is, I don't want to make excuses for it, but it is interesting to see how cultures keep things alive, and it's important that we keep these cultures going.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us today. I'm definitely going to look out for your music.
Thank you, Heather. And if you go on social media, I'm all those. You go to FaceTube. No, wait, that isn't a thing, is it? No, but on Instagram, I'm David Longoria 7. The first 6 are not so good, but I'm number 7. Yes.
Yeah, 7's a lucky number.
It's my lucky number.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Heather.